third world countries, as we know them, or what we call them here in the United States, are going to lead us into saving this planet. They do it on a small scale, and they do it locally, while we in the developed countries wait for our governments to help us. The third world will lead us into saving this planet ecologically. I hate that word, ecologically. They don't have as much junk to sift through. If they want to build a wall out of bottles or beer cans or whatever, they can match them. To me, that looks prettier than just 100 different size, shapes, and whatever cans or bottles going into building a wall. It looks prettier. Some people will like the randomness of all the mess, but I don't. I like the concept of Earthships. Why they don't give plans away, why they want to charge you the amount they do for the architectural plans when they're building it out of junk is beyond me. Just kind of seems to defeat the purpose of what they're trying to do. If you're going to save the world, you're going to, why charge people? It irritates me that all these companies have jumped on the ecological bandwagon, and yet they want to charge you for it. Instead of saying, okay, here, I've got this car. It gets 50 miles to the gallon. They say, here, I've got this car. It gets 50 miles to the gallon. But think of all the money you're going to save when you buy it. And then they charge you 3 times the price for the damn thing. That's stupid. I mean, you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door. As long as you get it into the market. If you don't, you're going to be sitting there with a good mousetrap, but nobody's going to know it. But the purpose of this video is to stress the fact that the third world is going to lead the quote-unquote civilized world into the future. Why? Because they don't deal with all the stress and all the junk that we in the United States crowd into our lives. We've got to have the latest car, the latest clothes, the latest fashion, the latest food. How many of you out there have a house over 1,000 square feet? I'm an ex-truck driver. I live in a one-room apartment. It's a hotel room that was built in 1924. It's about 14 by 15. But it suits my needs. I'm single. I'm used to living in a refrigerator-sized box, driving up and down the highway. I don't need a lot of room. I don't need a lot of junk. The last 2 years I've been selling off stuff just so I don't have to tote it around. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble, which I normally do. So I'm gonna cut this short, and hopefully somebody will listen.